Hey Taurus, welcome back to the Divine Dojo. My name is Gabriela and I'm here to do your reading for July 7th through the 13th. So not a whole lot going on in terms of transits, big major transits, but the biggie today is we have some, but not a lot. Not a lot of squares, not a lot of things going on. But the big one is Uranus moving into Gemini. So this is a big one. It's initiating a new cycle for about 7 to 8 years. And this is a new cycle of innovation. You know, Uranus and Gemini is about how we communicate. So there's going to be new technology. Uranus is definitely the great awakener. So it's it's like about breakthroughs, probably in technology as well. How we communicate, innovative ways of doing things that we have done before, but in new, refreshed, and better ways, or innovative ways that we've never even thought of, or maybe even like using AI to complement, you know, something that we have done before in the past. And then definitely tech, definitely new ideas, and then it has to do with our everyday connections. So a lot about relationships. And this for you falls in your second house. So definitely look into that. It's different for everybody, but it's in Gemini. So yeah, it would be your second house. But look at your chart because just to make sure. So that's the big deal. And so again, the Great Awakener, as of today, this morning. So this is like breakthroughs, unexpected news, and more having to do with our mental acuity and mental freedom of how we like look at things and how we can innovate and not be trapped by old Capricornian, Saturnian ways of how, we've done things in the past and, doing things differently. So definitely mental freedom. On July 10th, we have that full moon in Capricorn. Good for you guys because it's in a earth sign. So, this with it's still being Cancer season, and then Jupiter still in Cancer. This is like highlighting the interplay of between like wanting public achievement and acknowledgement, and then and our in between like our emotional foundations as well. So what else? On the 13th, Saturn goes retrograde in Aries. So this is like, retrogrades are always about reviewing and reevaluating. So this is about in Aries. So this is about reviewing and evaluating ourselves, our accountabilities, our responsibilities, our boundaries, our long-term plans, our inner strength, our just about us and how we take accountability and our responsibilities, personal and like our responsibilities to the other. It could be like work related. It could be, the other can be anything but you. So anything related to that. So I'm just before I get into the tarot, I'm going to ping the tuning fork 3 times. So if you want to close your eyes, and I'm going to ping it 3 times, and each time I do, you can take a deep breath in and then release it. So ready? 1, 2, 3. This is a 528 hertz tuning fork, different than the last one I've been pinging. It's the love frequency. So I really enjoy this one. And I used to use this one all the time with my private clients when I used to see them in my home. And they would do breath work, and we would vocal tone and do all that. So this is one of my favorite tools. So let's pull a catalyst, an opener, and that'll kind of give us an overview of like the energies of the week, and then it will most likely tie in the reading all together. The venom. Interesting. The venom. The venom is definitely like the way we talk to ourselves, the way we talk to other people, the way that the media, social media spreads collective negative energy. That's like Wetiko all the way, which is a mind virus. I don't know if you've heard about it, but if you haven't, look into it. I think that society suffers from that Wetiko energy, and this Venom card reminds me of that. You know, how we talk to ourselves, how we talk to other people, what we think too, even though we might not say it, our thoughts, our frequency, our energy. It could all be, I mean, it's all energy, but still it's like what gets spread around, right? Which is toxic. You know, it can be deadly too. You know, it can be really hurtful. So just be mindful of whatever this is. We'll see what's going on here. Yeah, so I hope you guys had a good 4th of July weekend. I'm in Texas, and it's been interesting because it's been interesting to watch, like my mom, you know, I'm in Central Texas, obviously, San Antonio, further south, but still, we aren't affected by those floods going on. But, you know, there's like 80 people today that are dead, and there's still children missing. I mean, it's been an intense news cycle over here, especially. It's interesting to me to like watch the drama and still be like, obviously have compassion for it, but still keep like kind of separateness, while my mom like loves going into the drama of it all, right? And telling everybody, oh my God, it's like bad. It is. I'm not saying it isn't. Don't get me wrong. But it's just interesting because before coming here, I didn't watch TV. I don't have a TV. I don't, you know, like, it's just not my thing anymore, you know, at least for 10 plus years. And it's just interesting that I'm like, you know, I have to fight myself to not get sucked into this like energy. So that's part of the venom card too, right? So that was my 4th of July. And you know, my dog definitely, Callie, does not enjoy 4th of July. She has a nervous breakdown. So for me, 4th of July, this guy wants to pop out. 4th of July is not enjoyable. Anything with fireworks. And then on top of it, 4th of July, and then we had these giant thunderstorms here. It was just, as you can imagine, a lot. So you got the Devil reversed, the 8 of Cups upright. This guy flew out right away, the King of Cups. And then you have the 10 of Cups. Taurus, I really love this for you. You're moving on. You're moving on to something beautiful, harmony. You know, you're releasing the negative addictions, patterns, whatever this week, especially with that, hopefully with that full moon in Capricorn. You're probably making some sort of resolution to stop something, or you have already stopped it. I really like this. That Devil energy goes with that venom energy, right? So we just have to be collaboration. You're going into some like collaborative spirit, which I like. Teamwork. 3 of Pentacles. So you got Pisces. Yeah, maybe there was some sort of deception. You're moving on from that, right? Maybe somebody's coming clean this week about their secrets, their deceit, you know, but you're in a good space. I don't feel that this is you. I'm gonna take this too. You got the 7 of Swords reverse, and then you got the 6 of Swords reverse. Yeah, so you're moving on from whatever this bullshit devil is. You are moving on. What is this about, Spirit? And I like it. Heartbreak. Some sort of situation. It doesn't have to be romantic. Something that broke your heart. And Aries got this too. So it's interesting. For first 2 readings, you know, this card is up. Theirs was reversed. Yours is still upright. But I said, what is this about? So this is some sort of heartbreak or disappointment, whether it be in career, in love, in friendship, in family, something, you know, like really fucked with you, and you're moving on from this. Yeah, because you got the Page of Swords, but it was a reverse. So this, you're moving on from this because there was definitely deception in whatever this was. What is the advice here? What is this about, Spirit? What is the advice? What is the advice? Flew. Queen of Swords. She was reversed. Maybe you were, or maybe it had to do with some sort of Queen of Swords. Maybe some Virgo, Libra. It could be, doesn't have to be. But the Queen of Swords reverse reminds me of this Venom card, right? The Queen of Swords reverse, she's definitely like cold-hearted. She's bitchy. She's cruel. She's mean. She's bitter, right? And that reminds me of the Venom, you know, how our words matter, right? What is this Queen of Swords? Why is this Queen of Swords here? Well, this one wanted to pop out because of King of Wands and Scorpio Sag energy. Why is the Queen of Swords here? And then the King of Wands. Why is this King of Wands here? Maybe it was a third-party situation with a Scorpio Sag person, this heartbreak. Because, yeah, you got the Moon, and then you got the Moon upright, and then you got the Temperance reverse. Now you've had Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag, Virgo, Libra, Capricorn, obviously. So maybe, you know, those are the signs that are out here, but, you know, take it for what it resonates with. Sag again. You got a lot of Pisces energy here, but yeah, the King of Wands too. Maybe you were dealing with a third-party situation, and it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. You know, it can be at work too. You know, because you did have the teamwork collaboration card, so it definitely can be at work. But you're moving on from this because there was some sort of. There was definitely deception, and now you're trying to like heal and move on from whatever this is this week. So I like this energy. What is the advice here? What is the advice for Taurus? Yeah, you need to move on. This is the Page of Wands. So, you know, you have new inspiration, you have new ideas, you have the potential, you're ready to move on, and you're ready to come at this situation with new energy. And maybe you did have some self-doubt before, but now, I mean, there's the Four of Wands. You're going to have reason to celebrate, to be joyful, to, yeah, because the world, whatever this was, is coming to an end. This negative situation, whether it be romantic, third party, work related, it's coming to an end. That flew out. Yeah, because you are having your intuition, the High Priestess. You are clear now, your intuition is intact, and what is the advice, Spirit? One more shuffle. If it doesn't want anything, I think that was the advice. That was the advice. All right. Any other messages? Let's move on to the wisdom of the Oracle. It looks like you're moving on from this, Taurus. I am so happy for you because that energy was fucked up. Oh, yeah. And you're moving on to milk and honey, right? This energy of the 10 of Cups. Look at how it has like the rainbow. You're moving to this energy, and I love this for you. Final message, Spirit. Anything else? Yeah, and you're rebuilding, you know, you're rebuilding from whatever this was, whether it was, romance, a heartbreak, a third party situation, a work related situation that didn't work out, that there was definitely some deception or misinformation or something that, you know, you didn't know about that came to the light. And you're building up from there. Anything else, Spirit? Observer. Observer. Yeah, you're going to be just, you know, in observer mode and building and renewing. I like that it's a fox looking at the moon. So kind of like here, right? I love how the cards are similar, right? So yeah, so something came to light that, you know, you didn't know about. You found out whatever this was, whether it happened or it is happening this week, and you're gonna move on from it gracefully, and you're gonna be happy about it, and you're gonna start anew, and you're gonna be thrilled that you are starting anew and that chapter is over, because you are going to this type of energy. The milk and honey, the great stuff that life gives us, right? The happiness, the happy ending, whatever that means for you. Let me, you know, for you guys, I want to pull a, well, that makes sense, the Venom, with deception, right? And the Devil was your opening. All right, Spirit. Okay, that one flew out. The Rainmaker. Yeah, you're the one you're the one building you now. You're the one who's going to make the change and move on from this, and you're going to make it rain and make your own happiness. Maybe dancing would be great for you, like as a way to release some of this energy. All right, let's get you some angel answer cards, and then we'll move on. I like this for you, Taurus. I'm glad you're moving on from this hot garbage shit. And please do comment, like, share, and let me know. Please do comment and let me know what this is about. More importantly, I really would love to know. See, get more information. If this hasn't happened, then you will want to get more information, and you'll want to get clarity, and most likely you will be moving on once you get the information. And you will come again. Like I said, you will move on gracefully. Be careful with your words, you know, and how you end things. But I feel like you are going to be moving on gracefully from the situation, like I said, because a peaceful resolution will come, because you're going to be just like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to move on with my happiness and move towards that. And then this one is meditation brings answers. So I like that. So going within this week, especially during that full moon, you know, and getting some answers, right? Get more information. Well, meditation will help, but obviously get more information if needed from outside sources too. Yeah, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that's helpful. Please, again, please do let me know what this is about. I would love to know and connect with your energy more. 10-11, it says take action. This is your call to move forward. 10-11 is your number. This is your call to move forward. The sooner you take the first step, the sooner you'll achieve your goals. Embrace patience, and your perseverance will be rewarded. Seize this moment to begin anew, aligning your actions with your true purpose and creating the life you envision. Exactly. Creating this life, right? And for everybody's going to be different, you know. Not everybody needs the 2.5 children and the dog and whatever. So that's what I have for you. Let me read the Venom to get a final clear message of what this is about. But to me, it's just like, okay, this venom has already happened. Just be careful how you end things, and try and end it gracefully versus, like, you know, leaving it in a bad state. It says the venom, the poison, the curse, the toxin. It says, much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. So breath work would be great. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time. With it, forgiveness too. Yeah, like I said, you have to end. I mean, it looks like, you know, whatever this heartbreak / disappointment was, whether it's romance, a third party situation, or work related, right? You know, it can be work related because you have the teamwork and, you know, collaboration and all of that. So just make sure, like I said, you end it. Whatever this is, if it has happened, you end it gracefully. You are moving on from it this week, and make sure that you use your words carefully. Yeah, and that's what I have for you, Taurus. I love you guys so much. Please, again, do tell me what this is about. I will probably do a longer video of Uranus and Gemini and what that means for each sign and maybe each house. I don't know if I want to go that deep, but and then also probably do a quickie full moon reading as well. So look out for those probably midweek. at least definitely the full moon in a Capricorn. The Uranus video can definitely, wait. It's 7 years, so we're gonna be deep in that cycle. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful week. Love you guys.